Siemanko, Liska, z tej strony witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gameplayem z trailerami i zaczynamy od grubej rybki, bo Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth gameplay, więc zapraszam serdecznie.
Peggy 18.
Game overview.
Like a dragon is going places. Bask in the tropical sun, take in the ocean breeze, and join Ichiban as he explores paradise on a mission to find his mother. Alone, far from
matki,
home,
okej.
without a penny to his name, he must rise from rock bottom. So pack your bags and get ready. You're going to Hawaii. Complete with a dynamic weather system, the sights and sounds of Hawaii have been faithfully recreated in painstaking detail. It's shaping up to be
to
the
ciekawe.
biggest adventure yet.
Battle starto!
The combat system where characters duke it out in action-packed RPG battles will get your blood pumping.
Damage, czyli taki mocno RPGowy
You
już.
can move your character during their turn
Też.
and take full advantage of your enemy's position to obliterate them. Kazuma Kiryu is back and ready to rumble, and he's got plenty of tricks up his sleeve. Awaken his fighting spirit and unleash mayhem in real time. Crush your enemies with overwhelming power. Additionally, by taking tours only available in Hawaii, you can change into brand new jobs.
Nani?
Samurai. Desperado.
Lol.
Geodancer. Pyro Dancer.
Gdy przerobili to trochę na personel, bo mamy 4 postacie, lol.
Action Star.
Okej.
Many more exciting jobs are waiting to be discovered. Observe, listen, or just have fun.
Ale widać, że tutaj mocno idą troszeczkę w personę. Damn!
Houndmates, a summoning service that can turn the tide of battle, is back and better than ever. Choose from a legendary lineup of allies and iconic blasts from the past.
君の瞳に乾杯。
Ooh.
公務執行妨害でしょっていたる。
派手に決めてやるぜ。
Deepen your bonds with your party as you travel throughout the world. Every experience makes Ichiban and his friends grow stronger. Build your party up and wipe
No
out any
właśnie,
foes in your
partia. Zdecydowanie coś ala taka persona.
There's no shortage of side experiences either. Take Crazy Delivery, a game about
Okej.
gathering food for customers. Performing
Widzę, że wzorowali się tutaj na Tony Hawku.
Fight it out in Sujimon battles. You can recruit Sujimon U5 and hit them head to head in intense combat. Raise your Sujimon, hone their skills, and leave your rivals wailing in defeat. Aim for the top and become the strongest Sujimon manager. Miss Match. Create your profile the way you want it, and put your chatting skills to the test to lighten up the mood. Will you be able to meet the girl of your dreams? Every nook and cranny of town has a new surprise waiting in store. Karaoke offers an incredible
jest i karaoke,
selection of songs
nice.
to sing to your heart's content.
I plot. The plot is strong.
What's more, Sega
Catch the damn
Master
fish!
Spike Out, and many other classic games return in this title.
Pięknie.
You'll never run out of games to play. featuring extreme battles with a world-class locale as the backdrop, and tons of mesmerizing content. Ryuga Gotoku
Oh,
Studio
yes.
brings you the ultimate entertainment. Go take a trip on the wild side.
Siema Magdą, no, ach te kobietki, nie? W Jakuzie.
Like a dragon, infinite wealth.
No, nie? Ale zanim my dojdziemy do tego, do tej części, to już, o Jezus, wychodzi na moje urodziny, tak swoją drogą. Dobra, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, official story trailer. 10-minutowy. Grubo.
町のソープで産湯を使い生はかす
Widzę, że dzisiaj grube trailery będą.
人呼んで浜の英雄と発し
Tak
ま
się
す
zaczyna.
奇妙な絵にし持ちまして生き別れの母のためはるばる海越え国越えてやってきましたホノルルシティ以後お見知りおきの上強行万端よろしくお頼み申します。私カムロ町のソープで産湯を浸かり偉人町で暮らしておりましたが
サラリーマンが板についてきたね。
まあコツコツやってるよ。
Raz epok działa, nic się nie zmieniło, tylko twoja kasa wytarwała. A nie, jak wydajesz wszystko w jednym miejscu, to wyparowuje.
え契約終了
これが浜の英雄の裏。
何
いや、真の顔なのです。
全部デタラメじゃねえか。
最近な清流会がきな臭い動きを見せてる。
高部会長の留守を預かっております若頭の海老名と申します春日さん会っていただきたい人がいます。
まさか久しぶりだな。一言えた義理じゃねえが一お前に頼みがある。ハワイに行ってもらう。そこにお前と会いたがってる人がいるんだ。
Nie znam postaci, ale wydaje się ważna.
母親だよ。荒川の親父がただ一人愛した女性茜さんだ。
いたたたすいません大丈夫ですか。
ちょっといいかい。こういう時は遠慮しねえでズボンのベルトを持つといいんだ。相撲の回しみたいに掴んで。
慣れていらっしゃるんですね。
お互い楽しめるといいな。じゃ
そちらこそボンボヤージ
ボンボヤ
ュボンボヤージュ良い旅をって意味です。
おもう着くのか。日本で調べた時はもっと郊外だと思ってたんだけど。
へえそっか。そのくらいは調べてきてたのか。降りな。
O. O, sądzę, że Magdą, że mała strata. Lepiej, żeby grę ci nie crashowała, nie?
どうなってんだこりゃ。
Ekshibicjonista!
ってのは自分でも分かってるよ。おらあばよ。フリーズ。たく浜の英雄が何やってんだ。荒川真澄が泣いてるぞ。桐生さん久しぶりだな春日。俺は一派の命を受けてある仕事に就いてるんだ。大道寺一派が茜さんを追ってるってことですか。富澤くさわら。
何やってんだよ。俺はお前の家族でも親友でもねえんだぞ。
俺はとっくにダチだと思ってたぜ。
お久しぶり、春日さん。富士宮千歳と申します。お待たせしました。お世話になりますね。
お前をはめたメイドだったな。
茜さんにメイドがいるなんて聞いてなかったからよ。
こいつはどう思うサンクス。
よろしくな、ちいちゃん。
はいバラクーダに追われてるの。
ハワイのマフィアだ。
茜さんがバラクーダに狙われてるってことよ。
私がバラクーダを仕切っているドワイトだ。
あれもバラクーダか。中華マフィアですよ。
ようこそ涅槃騎士へ。
見えてるか？
マジで007みてえだ。カメラの向こうの春日一番さん、見えてますか？我々は茜さんを探している。どういうことだ？ハワイの裏社会がこぞって茜さんを探してる。
Zapowiada się soczyście, bym powiedział.
ハワイにもヤクザがいんのか？
ガイドブックには書いてないだろうな。
封筒の画像データが PC に。まだコピー取ってないんです。
エイちゃんに手は出させねえ。助けがいるんだ。大急ぎでな。
パーティー再結成だな。久々に冒険と行こうぜ。
Ta laska jaka drobniutka przy tych
朝は
facetach.
山の子分だったのに今はお前らと一つ屋根の下。人生何が起こるかわからねえな。
人の一生はどこまで行っても一筆書きだ。だから一瞬一瞬を一生懸命生きられる。頭じゃ分かってたつもりだったが、身に染みたのは俺もつい最近だ。
桐生さん？
なんかあったんですか？
ああ、お前らには言っておいた方がいいだろうな。俺はな、ガンなんだ。医者にはなんでこんな状態で外に
Ej, ale spoiler teraz. O mój Boże. What?
私は桐生一馬の家族です。
堂島の竜も病気には勝てんか。なんや老けたのう桐生ちゃん。
桐生さん、
お互いいろいろあったみたいやな。
ここで桐生さんにできることはありませんよ。とにかくあんたは少し休まねえと。
静かに余生を過ごすのもいいだろう。だが俺は残された時間を少しでもやるべきことに使いたい。それが古いヤクザを生きちまった俺なりのけじめのつけ方だと思っている。
桐生さん、大変だ。ネットにタタラチャンネルが。
本日のお題はズバリ、死んだはずの超大物ヤクザ実は生きていた
O.
です。というわけで今回はゲストをお呼びして解説していただきます。
つまり桐生一馬の死はでっち上げだった。大丈夫ですかね、桐生さん。あんたが生きてることをこんな大っぴらになっちゃって。
もうついていたか。さすが早いな。
遅いよ。
何このメンツ。
困った時は頼ってくれよ。それがダチってもんだろ。
海老名と沢城には一言礼を言いに行かねえと。
Uuu, nieźle.
ようこそいらっしゃいました。お前の目的はヤクザへの復讐なのか？
第二次大解散、真の意味での極道の解体です。我々には縁あってハワイにビジネスパートナーがいるんです。それがハワイの宗教団体パレカナです。
ようこそ春日さん。
桐生一馬の首、ヤクザにとってこれ以上の勲章はね。準備はできてるな春日。やるしかねえ。
やってやりましょうや。
Z poważnego story widzenia na boczne jakieś. O, ramboling, widzę strogi. O, maczeta. Bon voyage. Bon voyage.
ヤクザの過去を引き受ける。お前にはヤクザの未来を頼む。
Witchfire. 7-minutowy gameplay.
War rages between the witches and the remnants of humanity ruled by the church. In a distant territory controlled by one of the witches, papal scouts have discovered a wreckage of a ship that had been lost for several centuries. It carried a valuable artifact, one that could alter the course of the conflict. To recover it, the Vatican has dispatched one of its best witch hunters. Only he can face the witch by means of his powerful magic. Hunters like him are called prayers. And the substance running through his veins that gives him arcane powers is known as Witchfire.
The Witchfire.
When you reach your destination, you're completely exhausted. There's very little Witchfire left in your blood. One of the first things you must do is replenish your powers. The fastest way to do it is to fight the witches.
O, roguelike. Polski w ogóle.
Once they're dead, the Witchfire they were made of will be yours. However, this won't be an easy prey. The world of Witchfire is a place where everything is trying to kill you. Monsters prowl the area. Treasure chests turn out to be deadly traps. And lethal contraptions stay hidden from view. If you waste bullets, ignore your stamina, and take your opponents for granted, you will die.
You will lose.
And this can happen in a myriad more ways. Getting killed means that you lose all your loot, although it's possible to recover it, and the monsters you've eliminated come back from the dead. What's even worse, once the witch senses the powerful intruder who hasn't died so far, she will start throwing deadly curses at you, called the Calamities. These can raise the dead from their graves, or conjure a fog to unleash a hunt for your soul. She will stop at nothing to drive you out of her realm. And if this doesn't work and you still brazenly cling to life, amassing more power and a greater arsenal, then the witch will dispatch new types of minions and set traps the likes of which you have not seen. The world will change, adapting to your progress. This means more Witchfire to collect, but also more challenges to conquer. You find refuge in an old hermitage, enveloped in a fog that hides you from the witch's sight. From here, you will venture into her domain, trying to find the villain's lair. An enchanted mirror
Niby to jest taki roguelike, ale czuję kurde tutaj takie soulsy trochę też, nie?
You can also transform the Witchfire collected along the way into skills that become more and more powerful. This transformation does more than simply make you stronger. You also gain understanding of how magic works. Without this knowledge, many places remain inaccessible, and many magical objects are nothing more than a piece of paper with strange scribblings or a simple shard of iron. Let's examine this weapon, made for the prayer in the Vatican workshop. If you're unable to see through its esoteric shroud, it looks like a regular rifle. The more Witchfire courses through your veins, the more secrets reveal themselves to you. For instance, it turns out that the aforementioned rifle can hit several enemies with a single shot. This is how things are in this world, where common folk see nothing but a regular weapon, a seal with strange symbols, or a beautiful ring. A prayer recognizes brutally effective tools of death, spells based on one of the 4 elements, or magical signets that allow him to use telekinesis or teleportation. The prayer's task is simple. Kill the witch and recover the artifact she stole. However, simple doesn't mean easy. Luckily for you, the prayer has more tools at his disposal than superhuman powers or a magical arsenal. Some of these implements are called the Arcana. Crystals that are created from Witchfire in the most magic-infused spots allow the prayer to alter reality, if ever so slightly. Will you enhance your spells with new abilities, weaken all of the witch's minions, or perhaps you will prefer to improve your shooting skills for a short while? Still, the most powerful force the prayer can wield is not a weapon, a spell, a magical object, or even the Arcana. It's the freedom. You embark on your journey. You set your own goals. Would you like to find and defeat the guard keeping watch over the witch's keys? Go right ahead. Or perhaps you prefer to steal some gold and return to the hermitage. No problem. Why don't you test a new weapon and collect enough Witchfire to develop another skill? There's nothing stopping you. Every step you make during your journey marks a choice. You can rush into a huge mob of enemies and try to execute them in a frenzied dance of death, or opt for eliminating them one by one from afar. Steering clear from a fight is an option, as is provoking more fights for bigger rewards. This freedom means that there isn't just one correct method to defeat the witch. The prayer is not bound by time restrictions, and the Vatican doesn't care what methods he employs.
Just kill them all.
A sharpshooter's agile fingers, a tactician's analytical mind, or special powers and magical objects. You can pick, choose, and match freely to achieve your goal. These are the bare bones of Witchfire. Discovering the rest is up to you.
Wygląda i zapowiada się zacnie.
Here's a final thought. The witch knows that the
A będzie zobaczyć, jak to wyjdzie w praktyce.
her goal is not to kill you.
Jak wiemy,
Her goal is to
warto nie
take
ufać
away
trailerom i
your
gameplayu.
belief that she could be defeated.
A
When
nawet
faced
przykładem
with
jest
hardship,
The
you
Day Before.
decide whether to give in to despair or get back on your feet and resume the fight.
Ale ładnie. Widzisz, polska gra to jest.
Godspeed, prayer.
To jest jeszcze polska gra. The First Descendant. Właśnie kiedy chodzi? The First Descendant się już wyszedł? Jeszcze nie wyszedł. 2.4 niby. Z DLSS-em kurde tylko 100 parę, 150 FPS-ów, nadal mało kurde moim zdaniem. Tylko widać jak mocno niezoptymalizowana gra będzie. Chociaż to jest 4K, więc to też tak wiadomo, nie? Przynajmniej to co tutaj pokazują przed momentem. Zwiadi. Mortal Kombat 1, Official Birth of New Era. Okej. To jest chyba trailer ten, jak się zaczęło grę. Mam wrażenie. Yep.
Having liberated the hourglass and become keeper of time, my next task was to restart history. Not beholden to past events, I was free to craft a new era. It was with humility and restraint that I approached this blank canvas. After careful preparation, I began work, painting over the darkness. After eons passed, I sketched out the realms. After eons more, I brushed them in with life. In my new era, all beings will have the opportunity to find peace. Whether or not they do will be their responsibility. For my power only permits me to begin this endeavor. It is the duty of mortals to finish it.
Pięknie. Starfield. Making of the live action. Znaczy jakieś behind the scenes.
As she gets there, that's the moment that I actually want Ryan to turn.
Starfield is the return to a single-player open-world adventure, which, our fans love and appreciate. We knew from the start that we wanted to do something different. We wanted a more emotional pull. We wanted to kind of tell a story here and express authentically what the Starfield experience is all about, which is the power of imagination that sparks exploration and that whole spirit of adventure.
In this spot, we're trying to capture the journey of a young girl who is aspiring to travel amongst the stars like her heroes.
I love the idea of the little girl and going into her imagination. I thought the story was so well written. It really just felt like a short film in itself, and that really excited me. The story happened in space, but it needed to be really human. As a director, a lot of that came through for me in workshopping with the actors beforehand. You don't know what is happening. Curiosity and surprise. The captain character represents the excitement of actually really being immersed in the game. And then on the little girl character, it's actually her first shoot, and she did incredibly well. You're gonna step back like this. She represents to us what it's like to be a child and to imagine going into space. So they play off each other and they give us both of those experiences.
With new IPs, the challenge is always there's no foundation to build upon. It's a clean slate. But with that challenge is the opportunity. There's no rules, we're creating the rules. We can do things in our own language. We're setting up those rules for this new universe.
A lot of care and love went into matching all of Bethesda's detail that they'd spent putting so much time in.
You got the frame, please touch the keyboard. I kept saying to everyone fabricating, make it more real, like in the game, more real. The level of detail and aging and texturizing in the game is so high that it really set the bar for us.
I've made quite a few spacesuits before, but this is something different. All the helmets were custom made for the performers.
I'm a huge video game fan. This is pretty exciting for me. Starfield's such a big game and there's so much stuff in the entire universe. The producer said we're not allowed to go to space to film it, unfortunately, so our solution is we're shooting our plates here in studio and then we're going to create CG worlds back home. We're going to put all these behind the actors' performances and marry them seamlessly so they create photoreal shots.
Lots of games have guns and ships and exploration. The difference with Starfield is how it makes you feel in the moment, that anticipation, that build up until you finally have that sense of discovery.
Okay, cut. I think that this commercial is really aligned with the promise of Starfield because the game is really about that fundamental question of, who are we? What's out there? What does it all mean? We did try really bring that sense of pondering through. And there's really time to give yourself moments to process and take things in.
We did a very good job of coming together from the cast to the script writing to the visuals. Everything has come together very nicely to tell this very complete story of imagination and how exploration is key to the human experience.
Okay. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn.
They took down that shadow during the last full moon like it was nothing.
I have no intention of relinquishing my abilities and living an empty life. Well, Jin, are they our enemy?
There's a new threat. Persona users just like us.
They called themselves Strega.
A, presentacja reload, o. Tak szybko skończyło, że nawet nie zdążyłem, okej.
No! Stay away! Get away from me!
You guys don't have the slightest clue what'll happen if the Dark Hour disappears, do you?
What do you mean?
Do you really want to lose your abilities?
This is the only thing I can do, and yet...
Is your mission worth your life?
I just talk a big game, pretending like I'm some kind of hero. That's about all I've got going for me. Without this power, I'd be a nobody.
Dagaya?
To all customers, please do not move in the opposite direction of the escalators.
I'm gonna make pancakes.
It's pancake party time, as they say.
We don't have much time left.
If the Dark Hour disappears, we might forget everything that happened, won't we? I'd forget you and Chidori, things we did together, all of it. To me, that's a fate worse than death.
Freeze!
Had you not decided to eliminate the Dark Hour, we wouldn't have had a reason to interfere.
I guess I was wrong. For the first time in my life, I realized what I wanted.
Some things you only pick up stepping off the straight and narrow.
Fate shall decide which of us will remain. Come then.
Velvet, oh velvet, my master has a long nose. All together now. Velvet, oh velvet, my master has a long nose.
Okay. Enotria, the last
Hello,
song.
and welcome to the Enotria, the Last Song Tech Showcase. I'm Stoyan Stoyanov, game director at JAMA Games, and today we're gonna take you on a journey through all of the improvements we made as we transition to Unreal Engine 5.
Sounds like.
We're gonna start off with our main character. You can now clearly see the markings of Ardore, the fantastical power that you can channel for spells, buffs, or to alter the very world around you. Our unique Masks and Loadouts feature also makes a public appearance for the very first time. Masks are a unique piece of gear dropped from powerful enemies that serves as the center point of up to 3 customizable loadouts. Each loadout has its own appearance, passives, equipments, and slots where you can put perks and abilities to make your build unique in terms of playstyle. A warrior wielding a massive heap of raw iron, a swift rogue dishing out single target damage, or a mid-range battle mage. Or why not all 3? We also wanted to ensure that underneath the weirdness, we have rock-solid fundamentals, so we've redone most of our core gameplay systems. Movesets now take advantage of motion capture, and the blending between moves is smoother, improving the look and feel of the main character. Our chainable parries allow you to adopt a push forward and aggressive playstyle, something that we fully encourage. Enemy design has also benefited from the integration of motion capture in our pipeline, expanded AI behaviors, and a little bit of weirdness to spice things up. Our arsenal of weapons has been expanded with additional movesets, from swift sabers to my own personal favorite, colossal weapons.
Hammer.
Now, it wouldn't be an Unreal Engine 5 video without the obligatory nanite and lumen mention. The adoption of new pipelines allowed us to take full advantage of this amazing new technology and punch way above our weight, given our team size. Alongside the tech, we iterated on our art direction. We now use bolder colors, more dramatic staging, and a much greater emphasis on environmental storytelling to be more in line with the genre expectations while still staying true to our Mediterranean core. An excellent showcase of this is Quinta, our opening area, where we've tested out our new approach to really bring the City of Eternal celebration to life. We really can't wait till you can explore the diverse world of Inotria, from the Mediterranean beauty of the Philesian shores to the secrets tucked away in the shadowy depths of its grandiose architecture. Bosses are the culmination of everything mentioned so
Ale ładnie
far,
wygląda też,
from
jak zwykle.
devastating attacks to awe-inspiring arenas.
Wygląda
Each
jakiś
boss hides a
clown.
new secret and new exciting challenge to overcome. And like everything else in Inotria, they
Ja,
are
ten
based
setting
off of the
taki
rich
trochę
and
tacy
diverse Italian folklore
spoko.
and history. We have many more surprises outside
To mnie
the
trochę
scope of this
przypomina
video,
ten
which we will gradually reveal
z
as we
New
get
Worlda.
closer to our release date. Thank you very
Ale
much for
ciekawe.
joining us for this development update, and see you next time.
Ciekawie, ciekawie. Warhaven.
Why throw ourselves into this slaughter? For those we love. For those we've lost. To reach salvation. To make our names. To end this war. And forge a better world. In this place we found, by our own separate paths, our battlefield, our haven.
Był jakiś undead?
Warhaven.
Okay. Wulong found the... Delcek.
国元は無法地帯になるやもしれません。
悪いが仕事なんでな。せめて死に花を咲かせてやろう。
白婦たちを救出せよ。
Okay, to quality.
Taisiji. 真の戦というものを教えてやる。
少しは立場をおわきまえくださる。
蹴りはまだついてねえだ。
小覇王が覇王になっては炎術様も困るのです。
O, jest i demon. O, Lies of P, X10. O kurde. Ciekawe. Phantom Galaxies.
The Nora pirates have set up shop on planet Naraka. Rules of engagement: search and destroy.
Search and destroy.
So hit them hard and make sure they do not get up again.
Incoming fire. Switching to mecha form.
O kurde, z mechami.
You okay back there? Yeah, I'm good. Don't take them all out before I get there. No promises.
Go get them.
Choose your mech. O kurde. Okej, coś na takie Gundamy, kurde. Okej. Dragon's Dogma 2 Gameplay Showcase 9 minut, nice. Gryffindor.
Hello everyone, I'm Hideaki Itsuno, the director of Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a narrative-driven action RPG set in an immersive fantasy world designed to place player choice at the heart of the gameplay experience. The action gameplay is designed to challenge your creativity, and although this is a single-player adventure, AI-controlled companions will accompany you throughout the experience. Today, I'd like to show you a little of what you can expect from the world of Dragon's Dogma 2 with this new gameplay footage. In Dragon's Dogma 2, up to 3 AI-controlled beings called pawns can join you on your adventures. Players can choose from 4 starting vocations that determine how they will play.
Jest i rogal, pięknie.
Of course, you will be able to change your vocation at any time by visiting vocation guilds. For now, let's look at the fighter vocation.
Ale tam się rzucił ten rogal, jak tam wbijał mu te sztylety.
As a fighter,
Nieźle.
you can cut down enemies with a sword and protect yourself and your party using your shield. As we keep going, we can see some harpies in the distance. As an archer, you'll be better suited to take down enemies above you. Let's see what they can do. The archer is a vocation that uses a bow and arrow to attack enemies from a distance. Make full use of your arsenal, including exploding or blighting arrows. You can also aim at your enemies like a third-person shooter. The monsters of Dragon's Dogma 2 behave organically in the world around them, and will even react to players by using their wits against you. Next, I would like to show you the mage in action. Mages excel at long-range magical attacks, as well as healing and support spells that bolster your party with various enchantments to give allies an advantage in battle. The more advanced and powerful the magic is, the longer the incantation will take.
Katarek? Zapchany nosek? Niedobrze.
In addition to the pawns you adventure with, you will occasionally act with other inhabitants of the world.
What's this? We're trapped.
We are trapped. It's a trap. No jest troll wielki. Motocyklop.
Lastly, let's take a look at the thief.
O.
As a thief, you use daggers to strike at your enemies, relying on
shit, Sherlock.
agility and quick attacks. Use swift step to quickly move away from enemies after an attack. The key strategy for the thief against massive monsters is to find openings and cling on to the enemy to deal damage. Fighting head-on is always an option, but it's a good idea to utilize the environment around you while engaging with enemies. Between your chosen vocation, diverse terrains, and the particular monster you're up against, each encounter challenges players and their party to use their creativity to succeed. 2 nations prosper in the world of Dragon's Dogma 2. Vermund, the human kingdom, and Batal, the land of Beastren. In Vermund, the Arisen who slay the dragon have ruled as kings for generations. This land of lush meadows and rolling hills is ripe for exploration. In contrast, Batal is a rugged canyon nation with a city built on the site of ancient ruins. It is home to the Beastren and their unique culture. The nation of Batal offers players a different experience from the human kingdom, with diverse environments to explore and monsters to encounter. In your adventures, you might come across people who call out to you.
Have you some business with the apothecary, sir?
Other times, you might receive quests from people who you aid.
Thank heavens. Thought I'd ne'er make it. If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you be willing to accompany me to the cenotaph and safeguard me from harm?
Pawns with knowledge of a quest may be able to guide you to the right location, but it is up to the player to decide whether to follow them or not. Pawns support you throughout your adventures and may come to your aid when you are in trouble. To complete your quests, you can ride ox carts to travel to major locations. But be aware, as you might get attacked en route to your destination and have to decide how to tackle the situation. During the ride, you can choose to close your eyes to quickly arrive at your destination. Time is ever passing, even while riding an ox cart, and the environment around the player constantly changes.
Spoko.
Nighttime is especially dangerous. With no light to illuminate your surroundings, you will be enveloped in pitch black darkness where you can't even see your feet. Also, there are dangerous monsters that only appear at night, so you need to be careful when adventuring in the dark.
The undead.
If you have a camping kit, you can find a campsite to spend the night and recover your health.
Good evening, Arisen. 'Tis the honor of my life to share your journey, Arisen.
To wrap up, I'd like to introduce some advanced vocations that become available as you progress in the story. The Mystic Spear Hand combines magic attacks and weapon-based physical attacks. A good all-rounder, they use their dual spear at close range and magic at long range. They can also use magic to block an enemy's movement or throw multiple items at once. The Magic Archer is a vocation that further specializes in long-range attacks with magical arrows. On top of healing and providing support to your allies, they can learn a skill that releases a powerful attack over a wide area in exchange for reducing their own maximum HP. And of course, there are other unique vocations you can look forward to. We have a playable version of Dragon's Dogma 2 at the Tokyo Game Show Capcom booth. Depending on the choices they make, each player can experience very different playthroughs. We're very much looking forward to the impressions of those who get a chance to play. Dragon's Dogma 2 is being developed for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam. Please stay tuned for more information. Thank you.
Mogliby powiedzieć po prostu, że na PC, nie? Ale powiedzieli platformę całą. Okej. Alan Wake 2.
For me personally, one of the key components in creating these kind of atmospheric experiences is definitely sound.
Ooh.
Sounds like a rule book for a playbook for like, okay, this is how you make horror. Horror is more to do with the subconscious, the drawing on fear, like really trying to manipulate the player into feeling something and feeling anticipation and dread.
And that is one of the hardest things and one of the most exciting things that a sound designer could actually do.
To be able to create those sort of tension moments, we have to focus quite a lot on how the player feels. Focus on Foley and breathing, for example, because Foley and breathing within that world will bring the player so much closer to the characters.
FBI, show yourself!
Before you hit those tensions, before you build up to these moments, then you have to get the player to feel like Alan or like Saga, and it's a lot of focus that goes into getting that correct.
If you have ever experienced something that shocks you, it takes a little while to really understand what happened. That's called the nervous delay, or nerve delay, basically. If you delay that sound effect for just a little bit, it increases your own bodily effect, and it becomes much more powerful that way.
Ale siary.
We play the game a lot ourselves and go, okay, what are you feeling at these points? But we often are chasing something that we've seen somewhere else. Like pacing of the scenes is really important. Looking at like how TV shows are paced and how we build the narrative across time throughout the entire game.
We had to use some extraordinary instruments, among them Marvin. It's interesting to play those instruments because they aren't equipped with a keyboard, or despite the fact that you bow them, they don't reproduce anything that resembles even closely any string instrument or whatnot. They are just producing noise.
We did a lot of recordings on instruments as well on the audio design side, so we were smashing them up, submerging them, bowing them. We send these to Petri, Petri sends us his stems, so it's a very
Tworzyli
collaborative
własne instrumenty nawet.
specifically in the
Ciekawe.
dark place, because we want to blur the line between sound design and music.
Hello?
Alan Wake? Music is part of the storytelling and an important component. When Petri Alanko was working on the soundtrack of the first game, it was a wonderful experience and collaboration. I feel that looking back to the soundtrack that went on to win multiple awards, it's a huge part of the feeling, emotion, and it captures the Pacific Northwest landscapes and the scary parts of the experience so well.
Remedy is quite clearly in a league of their own when it comes to storytelling, characters, and so forth. It's important to me as a composer because they sort of give you the brain food for the themes, motifs, and orchestration.
I really wanted to keep on working with Petri. There was no question about him not returning to Alan Wake 2. It's been wonderful having him back working on the soundtrack for this game.
Look in the mirror.
The relationship that we've had with poets has been going on for a long time, and it's been really cool to watch them grow and get more used to what we have to do.
We've been collaborating with Ports of the Fall ever since Max Payne 2. And the big step forward in that was the idea of them assuming the role of an in-world fictional band of old gods of Asgard for Alan Wake. And songs that were custom-made to comment on the plot and the lore of the world.
When Sam came back to me and said that they're actually doing more Alan Wake and they wanted Old Gods to have an even sort of bigger role in it, and that was very exciting. I don't think there was ever a question in our minds about whether we would do it or not. It's always been so much fun to do that stuff, and it's challenging in its ways, but it's also educational from the get-go. It was like, yeah, let's do this.
We have absolutely stunning pieces of music that we are using to give you a further perspective into the story, custom made for Alan Wake 2.
Nice. Payday 3 Official Launch Trailer. In-engine footage, uff. Siema staff. Hello, hello. No ładnie wygląda kurde. Ten Payday 3. Tak jest, ale ludziska. Na ten odcineczek to tyle, także dzięki wielkie za oglądanie i widzimy się już niedługo w kolejnych. Trzymajcie się.